You know,
Yeah.
as development goes so fast, you just want to pull back and kind of like appreciate some of these finer things of the world of life. You know, we are not made up we are not made up to be human, right? We're not made up to be machines. We're not
Correct.
made up to
Yes.
be machines that just run like a hamster on a treadmill. You know, we're not a groundhog um, that just keep running every day. But the thing is that we are put in such a situation, isn't it? I mean, you're working every day. Myself, I'm working. I'm doing so many things at the same time. Different kind of projects. I'm writing. I'm teaching, going to various schools, and also doing my podcast and actually doing pushing out different projects with different people. I enjoy my life, but sometimes you do have to have that kind of spiritual balance so that your soul still sits on peace, which is really hard to kind of, I should say it's a luxury right now in times like this, that you can get a space whereby you feel there is some peace within your soul that you can kind of like calm down and not fight or shout that the state of the world is right now. And also, again, I also hope that the show, you know, Prita, to announce to you and to announce your audience who are looking at us right now, I'm going to have a digital radio show that hopefully will go on Facebook and YouTube and all the other platforms also. Um, it's called the Green Network. So yeah, it has green in it. It's actually owned by Jamel E. Thomas, another international collaborator. I'll give the link for people to actually download. A shout out to Jamel E. Thomas, my co-author and also my collaborator from the U.S. from Michigan. Um, he has an app which I am planning to be on. We're going to have this show called It's My Life, the 3 a.m. conversation that you wish you could have had before. So hope that people can tune in or people can write or text to me that you like to be on the show, or you like to just give a comment about life, or about your life. So that's going to be the show where we are just going to have a coffee table talk to actually calm the world down. Prita, do you think the world is too fast, Prita?
You mean fast moving?
Yeah.
I think it really depends on where you are
Fast
staying and
changing, fast
yeah,
changing,
things
fast moving.
I would say yes, I do agree with technology, digital, now the digital environments. Okay, with social media, you got to learn how to use social media these days. I think yes, it's very fast moving, and I think in a way it can be good also because you learn a lot of things. Yeah, how to use
Yeah.
certain technologies and improve yourself, how to market a business. For example, I think yes, I really agree with that statement that it is
It's
very fast
moving.
moving.
It is moving very fast, and we are trying to keep up with it. And also, in the talk, you know, in the radio show, we'll talk about some of the girls' talk, like fashion, the food that you eat. I don't know, diets, fashion, makeup, stress, career choices, preferences, color. Travel, anything that actually you want to have the kind of balance in your life besides just work, work, and work. So I hope that ladies and gentlemen can tune in, and people who are just looking at us in and out, I hope that you can tune in where when the show starts, and I'm going to put in the link and the app that you can download. Green Radio Network, yes, it's called Green Radio Network, owned by Jamel Thomas. Great radio because they've got different kinds of genre of music. Before we go, Prida, how do you unwind? Is there kind of a songs that you used to like and then it kind of evolve as you you know as time moves, your kind of love for the music changes.
Actually, I do listen to quite a number of songs.
Yeah,
I used to listen to Justin Bieber music, Justin Bieber songs, and
Justin
then I
Bieber.
also, yeah, his songs are pretty good. Like some of the songs, right? The words that he used, right? It means there are some like I don't know, like the music is pretty nice to listen to whenever
Mm,
whenever I'm stressed at work
yeah,
or anything like that.
yeah.
I think nowadays I also listen to songs like in the Indian music industry. I watch a lot of Indian movies. I also listen to
Mm,
songs from there
yeah.
as well.
Mm,
I think sometimes just listening to music helps me to relax.
yeah.
Yeah, but many years ago when I was a teenager, I used to listen to songs like Green Day, Boulevard
Green
of
Day.
Broken Dreams. Boulevard of Broken
Wow.
Dreams. That song was a
Sounds
pretty
familiar.
famous, yeah, pretty famous song. Good
The
Charlotte.
Black.
I remember my classmates when I we
Oh
were all in
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
Charlotte,
I've heard that.
Green Day, Good Charlotte, and Simple Plan. I used to listen to those songs. Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I would say nowadays they do perform some of them, and Linkin Park as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Linkin
yeah.
Park. Yeah, I like their songs as well. I mean, I do
Mm,
listen whenever I ever get a chance. I mean, even YouTube also. I like to watch the videos. And I also do
mm.
this DJ thing nowadays, which I went for a course and
Yeah.
I try to,
Yeah, tell
get some
us.
songs. Oh, so I went for a course and I learned
Mm,
how to DJ and stuff like that. And I bought this DJ equipment and then I kept
yes.
trying it out. So I started off using it with Indian songs, and then I also tried it out with English songs. And sometimes,
Wow.
it's about being creative, mixing the songs, and not
Yeah.
only that, enjoying the music. That's the most important
Wow.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
you need
do
the
like,
software.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think music is important because it kind of like it speaks to your soul, right? Because
Yes.
it's the music, even with words, right? I mean, it's like poetry, isn't it? Lyrics is just like poetry. It kind of speaks to your soul, the inner part of your part. It kind of like if you can kind of sync sync,
See.
right?
Hmm.
Sync. If you can kind of sync with that music, kind of speaks to you. It's almost like poetry, something that kind of speaks to you because there is a need in your soul that something connects with your soul. So I think music is important. I do like music a lot. I do listen to a lot of classicals. I used to have this podcast show. Which is called Elevating Civilization. That I interviewed artists, painters, and I've got this artist called Preet Srivastava. Preet Srivastava is an Indian American who resides in New York. She used to have her own art gallery. I interviewed her, impressionistic artist, and then Rob, can't remember her full name, but I was just texting him. Rob, yes, this is one of his paintings. I hope to share with you. He's going to be on the show.
That's
This,
nice.
this is a waterfall. He's actually a blind artist. So he's certified. I think he's like 70% visually challenged. So he's got in the show, in the podcast, he explained how he actually paints. He kind of like uses special kind of glasses that brings a kind of light into the eyes, and then he's able to see the colors only with that kind of glasses. And whenever he paints, he has got to put a kind of a sticky note so that he knows he kind of ended there with this paint. Sometimes we take it for granted about our organs, right?
Yep.
Our lives. But for someone who's visually challenged, and to be an artist at the same time, that speaks so much about the resilience, and that speaks so much about the human spirit. And hopefully, Rob can come up in the show to talk about his art with us again. And I also have Gayatri. Well, it's a full. Gayatri is actually a classical pianist. She's in her 70s. She plays the piano, and she travels from Seattle to India. She used to live in Seattle, but in my show, she actually played the classical music, and we live streamed her pieces when she was playing. It was beautiful because there are some of the things that the podcast can do. So she was playing it in both times in Seattle and also in India. So I had that experience with her. So ladies and gentlemen, come back to us. Hopefully, we can talk about the spirit of the human spirit. I should say, the core of the human spirit, elevating our lives, elevating our souls, keep ourselves calm and at peace and in harmony with each other and in harmony with nature. I think the world needs so much